Okay, so the other thing that I really love about InDesign are the styles that you can do. And style sheets are something that we'll be working with in the web design portion as well. But for InDesign, there are styles that help to make life a lot easier when you've got some things that you're going to be repeating. Um, it's super helpful for catalogs, books, things like that. So basically what we have are, if you go up to Window, and you go to styles. There's a few different sorts of styles. I'm not going to cover the cell and the table styles just because of I'm not requiring it, and I don't think any of you will use it, but just so you know in the future, you can set those things up as well. If you had graphs and some charts and things like that, it might be helpful. What I will cover are the character styles, paragraph styles, and object styles. To be honest, there's very little difference between the character styles and the paragraph styles, except for that paragraphs, as it sounds like, takes care of a whole paragraph of information, and character styles are more if you have like one or two words that are different from the rest. And then object styles are for things like maybe you got a picture frame or an object. You can set up all sorts of things. So I'll do the paragraph style first, and they just come with basic paragraph. If we start with the text box, if I just kind of type some stuff in here, that's the basic default that's set up. But if I want to change it, then I can just come up here, make a new style, and then you can double click on it. You can change the name to whatever you want. And then if you had prior things created, what's nice is you can build off of your arsenal of styles, if you will. So maybe you have slightly different variations of something with color or indentation or who knows what, but you can base them off of styles you have made previously, and I do use that fairly often. But basically over on the side here, you can change your basic stuff. Everything that you normally would do for text, color, size, all that good stuff. And then even indentation, how far away from the border, like the border of your text box it would go. I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on. And I primarily probably do mostly like character style and real basic stuff, but you can get pretty in depth as you can see through all the different options here. So I'm going to do something really simplistic. I'm just going to do something here with size and tracking, and then some color, just so we can clearly see the difference when you do it. And even here you can change it from being 100% to something a lot lower. And I apologize, you can't quite see this at the bottom. It's just an OK button. And if I had something, I could, like you can see here, if you had something highlighted. Unfortunately for mine, it's selected, so I can't really see the color properly. But you'll see it in a second. So if I click on this, you can see that text is now like that. If I go back to basic paragraph, it goes back to the default that was set up. And then this is the new one. Now even the basic paragraph can be adjusted. So if you don't like the defaults, go ahead and make your own default, if you will. And then let's say that, I'll just go ahead and do a few of these, that I decide that in the midst of this I want one change. Well, if you're going to have that change happen more than once, and also it's good, let's say you change your mind and rather than sifting through all of your text to figure out where that one change was, what you could do is just like this. Actually, I'll skip the character style for a second. So let's just decide that later on, I'm like, well, I don't like that color. It's not quite right. So then you can choose another color, and then you can see real quick over here, it immediately changes. So any instance where you have used that particular paragraph style, no matter where it is in your document, will automatically change, and that saves so much time and energy. So I'm going to move now over to character styles and just do another quick one here. I had made this one previously, so if you don't like a character style, by the way, you can just hit the trash key and you've got that gone. Again, name it what you want, and I'm just going to do a color change here so you can see that. And then, so again, if I just be like, well, I just need these particular ones colored, well, it will override what's in the paragraph styles and do it like that. You can see also in all those possible changes, especially for the paragraph style, there's things for bullets and numbering as well. So it really can cover almost any kind of thing regarding text that you can throw at it. And then I'll also do a quick one for object. I think you'll get the idea real quick just because we've been utilizing a lot of these things already before. So basic text frame, basic graphics frame, and that one I had kind of just made. So if I click on it, that's the first one, is object style 1. But these are also ones where you can say you want nothing. Maybe you have something that you wish you hadn't used. You can click back to nothing. I would say go ahead up and set up your basic one, how you wish it to be. I'll just go ahead and add a drop shadow. Well, that's probably all I'll do for now. And again, down below, which is getting cut off, is my OK key. And so then if I grab a box or anything like that, you can see that there's a drop shadow already on it. And if I decide not to, I can click it off. But you get the idea here. It's just shortcut ways, and also ways that you can kind of play around with your document to see what you really like. Please utilize them if you've got more than a couple pages. It's definitely worthwhile to use the styles, any and all of them, using whatever combination you like. But things like if you want strokes around your images, or again, like you see here, drop shadows, anything like that, probably would be consistent in your stuff. The other thing you can do is, again, let's say that this one, you decide that you want something very similar, but maybe you change the color. You could duplicate it. Here I'm just going to leave it as copy. Click on that particular thing, which would be drop shadow here, and then simply change that color out. And then you would have a different instance of it, and again, then you would click on the object, click on the new thing, and then here you can see you got the pink drop shadow. So also it's a room for play. Let me know if you have any questions as you start to add them.